Some really old guy once said, "The whole is greater than the sum of the parts." But is that true? In this case, I'm not really sure it's true. Sometimes the parts are greater than the sum of the whole. Let's talk about some of those parts. How about a 3-speed transmission, selectable 4-wheel drive, locking diffs? There's a lot of parts to this kit, but together, somehow they don't work right. And it's not cheap. This kit on sale is $2,300. That's a lot of money. It should go together like a dream, and it doesn't. Why? Who knows? But it is beautiful to look at from afar. It's kind of like the 50-yard fake. Let's talk about how we got this kit. A reader contacted us and said he needed some help. A vet in need of help. We're not going to say no. Send us the kit. What do we know? We didn't even hear about this kit until he said, "Hey, can you build this for me?" Hell yeah, we can build it for you. But sometimes you jump into things and then you go, what did I do? In this case, what the hell did I do? This kit was complicated. And it's not that I haven't built kits before. I built every kit on Earth. But something about this kit just didn't work well with me. It's sort of like I used to build snap-together models, and you'd put it together and be like, man, I know how to build a kit. This kit was actually like fabricating a real truck in a shop with tools and hammers and stuff that doesn't even go together right, has to go together right. That chassis is like 100 pieces. You know, if the tolerance is 1,000th off, over time that 1,000th is way off. The body panels are all metal. That means they don't bend, and if it doesn't fit, you're sitting there staring at it like me in the garage, contemplating smashing yourself with the hammer or smashing the kit with the hammer. You can see I didn't smash the kit with the hammer. Okay, let's talk about those parts. Some of those parts are really cool. A 3-speed selectable shift transmission, remote locking diffs, 2 or 4-wheel drive. I'm not really sure why you'd want a 2-wheel drive Jeep, but you can take it and just be rear-wheel drive. All the doors open. There's a radiator. The fan belt actually works. The steering wheel, if you put a servo behind it and have enough channels on your radio, will steer when you turn the wheels. There's a lot of detail to this kit. Some of it doesn't make sense. Like the steering servo's in the back, and it steers by aileron cables. What are we, flying a plane? It doesn't make any sense. That's one of the things that I don't understand. This is so scale, yet the steering's in the back, and there's cables to steer the wheels. Huh? What are we doing here? And since every part on this kit is basically metal, and you're screwing it together, you're going to use more Loctite than you ever thought you could understand how to use that much Loctite. I've had Loctite in my pit bag for a year and never used this much. And here I am draining it like a bag of blood. Holy cow, that's a lot of Loctite. If you don't use it, you're basically going to shake this car apart, and it's going to be a boneyard of body panels, transmission parts. Every part is going to rattle apart eventually. They're tiny, tiny screws. If you look on our Facebook page, there's screws that look like a flea. I had to buy a jeweler's watch screwdriver to put this kit together. Why? Because they put screws to hold the lenses on the rear tail lights. I'm going to give you some harsh advice. If you don't want to spend lots of time figuring out how to put this together, figuring out how to make it work, how to adjust 7 servos, anything that requires more than plugging a battery in, this is not the kit for you. Honestly, I don't even think the designers built this kit before they released it. I feel like they just did it on a computer and put the kit out. There's a lot of effort into it. Everything's a molded part. That took a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of money to make those parts. That's why it's a $2,800 kit. And they only made 1,000 of them. Normally during a review you would see some action. And as you can see, the only action we got going on is me walking around the kit with a camera. Why? Because the instructions don't even show you how to put electronics in there. Honestly, there's not a spot for a battery or electronics. So for now, Tim, my friend, I appreciate you sending me the kit, sending me a beer mug. It's going to be full of beer, I promise you. For now, we just get to walk around it and look at it. Man, it's a pretty looking car. I'm not going to argue that. To find out exactly what we thought, pick up issue 20 of Velocity RC Cars magazine. And we're going to finish this truck. It will run. Why? Because Aristotle said it would.